Okay, you see the LOL over here? That means laugh out loud. So all of this that was going on was a joke. It was a joke set up between me and Dorina and her husband. It was supposed to be a funny joke, but I've gotten so many phone calls, and I was recently at a wedding, and all these people come to me, Bray, what happened? Why are you so mad? Okay, if you guys thought I was actually going to drink car polish for anything or anybody, I mean, in a way it could be a compliment, because I guess I acted good enough that people thought that I actually was mad, but it was a joke set up for her to make a response video, which she never did. Now, the actual story that I said is true. All of it was true. I asked over and over for a song. It wasn't a video. If you go to her site, you will see a video where she's dancing in front of Sears in a gown to a particular song that I wanted. It's very hard to find this particular version of the song. And, yeah, Dorina, why are you dancing in front of Sears? I mean, to be honest with you, it kind of makes it look like you bought the dress at Sears. And I know that your husband is a much better provider, that he can definitely afford to buy you a better dress. Your dress was beautiful. I'm not saying it was from Sears, but to the average eye, it looks like you bought the dress, walked out of Sears, and you were so happy that you started dancing in the parking lot. Again, they never sent me the song, and they never made the video. I'm a little upset, but this was definitely just a joke to all my friends and family. My daughter called from Florida. Who's this woman? Why are you fighting with her? Oh my God, no one's seen the LOL. It was a joke. Okay, clear that up. Dorina, God bless you. I love you. Steph, the boys, we had a good time with it. I kind of blew up in my face. You guys never made the video. It's okay though. I had a good time. The controversy is always good. It's probably one of the biggest DoTube videos on my DoTube site, not the Bobby Do 777 number. So in a way, it was good. Okay, now that that's clear, I definitely want to talk about the retreat and the revivals, and how I did get a lot of good response. A lot of people did understand what I was talking about, but for the few people who kind of misunderstood, I taped those videos, or any video, like even this video. I might probably put this video on sooner. But all of the other videos that I've made, I literally watch 30 to 40 times to make sure that everything I say I agree with, that I'm not being offensive, that if anyone says I said something particularly, I know, no, that's not what I said. I can back up what I say. So I watch those videos very closely, and I don't take back anything that I said. There was actually a particular pastor. I won't mention his name because he gave me a personal message. And I just want to say, I hope you're watching. Pastor, I love you more than life itself. You know, every time that I see you at a wedding or you come in town, I have to come and see you and give you a kiss, because you're one of my favorite people. And I give you my word, Del Piemonte, that none of this, what I said in the retreats and revivals, was towards any pastor, any church. If you watch it again, and part 2, you will see that I was talking about the pulpit Christian who may not found it at a retreat or revival. Again, I don't think it was bad me saying we need to start having a daily revival in our lives. And well, I never said I would never go back to revival or retreat. Actually, if Chicago, if the Lord puts upon our heart, that's one of the ones I would love to go to Pastor Doobie. But after the reaction, actually there was a show, I think it's the Sugarland Boys, Nido, I think his name is, I hope he's watching, actually did a Leave Bobby Do Alone video, which was hilarious. I mean, the way he was crying and stuff was very funny. But in between that, he started saying, leave Bobby Do Alone, just because he said that retreats are fake and not from God, and that killed me. Oh my God, that hurt so bad, because it scared me to think that someone would think that. So I left him a message, say, hey, listen, I don't think it was cool. I don't mind using my name or making a funny thing. A few people did it and I thought it was hilarious. I'm not that guy, but please, I don't think it was cool. And he apologized. He sent a message back and left. If you look under his video, it says that none of this stuff was said by Bobby Do, and he let me send my 2 videos in there for people to watch to see that I didn't say that. And Nido, you cool with me. You're hilarious. I have no problems with you. I mean, honestly, that was very nice of you to apologize. But I watched the videos after that over and over. And there's something that I did notice and something I will apologize. I won't apologize for what I said because I honestly believe what I said. But it was my character that kind of crossed over. And what I mean by is this. Is that when I first started making these videos, my first actually blog that I made was about eating alone, because I was making my friendlies and docs, and a lot of comments came up. Yoy, Chamila is eating alone, or Daddy, one guy, and I thought it was funny that people got so paranoid about it. So I made a video, and from there the vlog started. So a lot of people did agree to say that eating alone, actually George Franks, I believe it was, who has 4 or 5 kids, said he would give anything to eat alone. And a lot of people did say, I don't see a problem with it. Well, I'm about to up the ante with you guys, the ones that agree with me. You're probably going to lift your hands and go, okay, now you went overboard. Since I've been a young boy, I would even have to call it maybe 8, 9 years old, I've literally seen hundreds, and I mean hundreds of movies alone. Yes. I've walked in movie theaters by myself, bought a ticket, grabbed some popcorn and soda, and sat and enjoyed the movie. And a lot of people are probably going to think I'm crazy, but I guess as growing up, I consider myself a type of loner. And the reason why I say type of loner is because, not that I didn't love the boys or hanging around with the boys, but I was very comfortable not going somewhere if a lot of people were going. A lot of times my cousins and my friends would call, hey, listen, we're going to see this movie, want to go? And if I didn't want to see the movie, oh, no, you guys go ahead. I'll meet you afterwards in a casino or whatever. I've never liked the pool room. Pool room to me was an absolute nightmare. And in the late 80s, early 90s, there was something my cousins would do called kidnap. And it was a very scary thing, because if you had a pair of short pants on and flip-flops and you had $2 in your pocket, they kind of just picked you up to go to 7-Eleven, and they would say kidnap, you were done. How many times I would get in a car and they would say kidnap, and I'd be wind up in Philadelphia at Pat Steaks or the 8th floor, and so you always had to be prepared. And I remember them kidnapping me, going to the pool room, and I'd sit in the corner aggravated. So the thing is this, it's not that I don't love the boys, it's not that I didn't want to be with a bunch of people, but how many times my cousins went to Florida, or went to South Beach, went to Vegas, California, and if I didn't want to go, no, go ahead guys, I'm fine. I guess I was just comfortable being alone. With something I wanted to see. If there was a show or a restaurant, a vacation I wanted to go to, like Texas, a bunch of boys got together, went to the Texas retreat, I went with my family. I wanted my wife and my kids and my mother to come experience it. So here's my point. I guess I brung that over into my Christianity, that I didn't need to be around a whole bunch of people to enjoy myself. And I guess that kind of came through the retreat and revival videos. I guess it might have came through like being arrogant or being better than anyone, or being higher, like, oh, listen, I'm better than you guys, I don't need a retreat. No, that's not what I meant. I know a lot of people who came back from any service, could be retreat, could be a church service, that I really get out of it. I found Jesus in my house, in my car, and in my heart, and in my daily life. We need daily revival. Not that I'm talking against retreat revival. I don't want to go there anymore. I love retreats and revivals. You guys happy now? My point is this. In the video, my character of being happy in my Christianity without have to being a whole bunch of people shine through, and it looked like I was talking bad about retreats and revivals, and I wasn't. That wasn't my point. I guess why I sparked this up, because a couple nights ago, me and Nicky Boy and my sons and their friends went and seen Paranormal Activity. Please, this is my first movie review. I might be doing movie reviews. The worst, stupidest movie I've ever seen. Absolutely ridiculous. And after the movie, I went to go home. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. We sat an hour and a half in a corny movie, and the boys were like, oh, let's go punch the bags, punch the bag. I'm 40 years old. I don't want to go in a game room bar with my 18-year-old son and his friends to go punch a bag. And of course they begged me, and they go, come on, let's go. All right. I went upstairs, and I was so aggravated that I actually sat in the corner. I didn't even watch them punch the bag. And at that moment, I caught it. I said, oh my God, I remember being a young boy, and when the boys would take me to the pool room, I would do the same thing. So my character in that area of my life didn't change. And that's when it hit me about the retreats and revivals. Oh, wow, okay, this is what's going on. If I don't want to do something, I get very... If I don't want to do something, I don't want to do it. And when I want to do something... the retreat, if there's ever a revival retreat in Chicago, if 100 guys want to go, or if they don't want to go, I want to go, and I'll probably go. Getting a big bus and renting and getting the hotels and stuff like that, it's a beautiful thing. Again, if I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And I guess that kind of spilled over to the retreats and revivals. Again, I will say this clearly: I did not talk about any pastor, any church. I didn't even talk bad about retreats or revivals. I was talking to the pulpit Christian like myself. So I hope this cleared this up. Dorina and her family and her friends, love you guys. Love the pastors. Love the retreats and revivals. I know many people got saved and sanctified and healed. So I love you guys. Leave comments. God bless.